So, some people know a bit more about me than others when it comes to my history in Bridge, and I'd like to think that they would agree that I'm qualified to give at least some pointers. So, this is my first video talking like this. I really hope you guys enjoy. If you could leave a like, that'd be very nice. Okay, bye. The first step to wall running is the clutch itself. This is an essential skill for every bridger. The best way to practice this would be giving yourself targets to clutch on, like these blocks that I have here. Make sure that when you're dropping, you're not initially facing where you want to clutch, so this way you can train your reaction speed and help you in those tense situations. Once you're at a low enough part of the bridge, you're going to have to figure out the angle to rotate your head at. Make sure you're selecting a block lower than you are. For this, you could try to mimic my yaw angle, which is this up here, but I wouldn't really get used to it since you're not going to be checking F3 every time you want to wall run. For this, just practice holding space and right clicking. For this, 8 CPS should be fine. If you want to do more, you totally can. If you want a wider bridge, what you could do is tap space. This is better for when you're planning to reuse the bridge, since you're less likely to break your sprint on a wider bridge. Towering is the next essential skill on this list. Regardless of how annoying it can be at times, getting to the build height limit could be crucial when you're close to the opponent's base, need to heal, or just see a quick bypass. But sometimes you don't always need to go that high. You just need blocks in between you and your opponent. Remember, you can place 2 blocks below you, allowing you to easily make a 5-block tall tower. This one might take some practice, but will be very useful in game. There are 2 key ways to start off the match. The first is bypassing. The whole premise of this is if you see your opponent break their sprint for even a second, you already know that you have the momentum advantage, allowing you to pass them and race to their goal. The second way is to prioritize killing your opponent before anything, so that you're certain of that advantage. The best way to do this would be to keep low so that your opponent can't wall run too far below you. If they are too far down, you could try to bow them in the direction of the void. Now, if you've killed your opponent, you have the choice of either pushing towards the goal, maintaining pressure, or getting a wing started, which brings us to our next part. Winging is a new strategy developed by the new gens. It gives you an alternative bridge to take, which you could switch back and forth between, confusing your opponents and sometimes making them trip and fall. Once you have your main wing down, you're going to want to start widening it and creating a railing to prevent you from being bowed off. Think of Pristining as bridge economy. It's heavily dependent on your first run. Usually in a team game, one player puts a lot of time into the Pristine to ensure the most efficient path. So widen that bridge up. It'll help you while also making it more difficult for your opponent to bypass. Now let's talk about hippoing. When you hippo, you're probably either going to be very precise with your block placements and have low CPS, or you could do like me and spam blocks like a lunatic. I'm going to play 4 clips of me hippoing on different maps. You could always look in the description for the timestamps and this map that Badamja made, which I'm using to practice all of this.
Where'd you go? You haven't been answering your phone. Not saying I'm mad, but the world is fucked up. So you should come around more. Oh dear God, I talked in a while. I'm all grown up now, but still feel like a child. And I'm sorry that I only holler when I need a favor, but all my people really need a savior. Enough about me, what about you, dog? You beefing with science? And by the way, I got some bad pressure in my sinus. It may be a migraine, and maybe the climate change, but who am I to talk? I haven't recycled in 5 days. Dear God, we still celebrate Christmas, cause the novelty of holidays is really big business. You heard the prophecy of old Saint Nick. I heard this year he got misclaw some big fake tits. And the longer you go missing, the more the story's twisted, and people count the days to make their birthday wishes. And it's never gonna change. So you should come around more. Oh dear God, where'd you go? You haven't been answering your phone. Not saying I'm mad, but the world is fucked up. So you should come around more. Oh dear God, I hate to say, people don't believe in you these days. Not saying I don't, but the world is fucked up. So you should come around more. Goddamn, people say that I'm insensitive and that I use your name in vain, and I should be more sensitive. But I bet they mean more secretive, to not expose the hypocrite in every walking piece of shit. And hiding is insulting your intelligence. That fake ass walking around in Sunday's best, when they know the world revolves around money and sex. The worst people are the first to forget. I bite my tongue but can't change how I think. I talk to you because I can't afford a shrink. It's the everyday people do the ugliest things, and it's never gonna change. So you should come around more. Oh dear God, where'd you go? You haven't been answering your phone. Not saying I'm mad, but the world is fucked up. So you should come around more. Oh dear God, I hate to say, people don't believe in you these days. Not saying I don't, but the world is fucked up. So you should come around more. Oh dear God, and it's never gonna change. So you should come around more. Oh dear God, and it's never gonna change. So you should come around more. And it's never gonna change. So you should come around more. Oh dear God, and it's never gonna change. So you should come around more. I like to say thank God.
Everybody loves people who spawn block every chance they get, and depending on the map it can be very useful. It'll ruin their chance to pristine while also causing them a lot of time just to leave their goal room. Although on maps like these, the advantage might reverse. See how close the spawn block is to where the opponent spawns? Let's say I pretend to be them. It's only going to take me a second or two to get on top of this spawn block, which also seems like a very great position to start a wing. There's for sure a lot more that I haven't covered, but hopefully this will get you started. Seventown has an amazing Hypixel forums post going in a lot of detail, which actually got pinned in Duels. This link will be in the description. All in all, the best way to get better is to be playing against people as good as or better than you, so don't get discouraged if you lose. Once you reach a point where you're struggling to find decent people, I suggest going to the Bridge Scrims Discord, which will be linked in the description. These are casual games, and as you get better, you could apply for higher tier roles such as Private and Premium, which will let you queue into games with better people. The community is very nice and also has a great staff team, so make sure to come say hi. Don't forget to join the Bridgers Discord too, because come on, we're all Bridgers. Thanks for watching. I worked very hard in this video. I hope you like my voice. Okay, bye.